My fellow citizens, the dangers to our country and the world will be overcome. We will pass through this time of peril and carry on the work of peace. The people you liberate will witness the honorable and decent spirit of the American military. A campaign on the harsh terrain of a nation as large as California could be longer and more difficult than some predict. We have no ambition in Iraq except to remove a threat and restore control of that country to its own people. Our nation enters this conflict reluctantly, yet our purpose is sure. The people of the United States and our friends and allies will not live at the mercy of an outlaw regime that threatens the peace with weapons of mass murder. We will defend our freedom. We will bring freedom to others, and we will prevail.
Many people thought that we'd simply be remembering the war in the Middle East and celebrating its end, but no. Almost 6 years later, and we're still there, fighting and dying for a cause that seems to be lost between the government and the media and the public. Even with the media coverage of the war waning, and the U.S. presence in Iraq still as real as ever, just how much do we know about this war that has taken over 4,000 American lives? We took it to the streets of Seattle in search of an answer to our overall question. With billions of dollars and thousands of lives already invested in this war, and no end in sight, how many people even know where our troops are? We asked people to point out Iraq on a map. 53% of people we interviewed could correctly identify the country. The answers of the other 47% spanned 3 continents, from China to Central Europe, down to the southern Arabian Peninsula, and even into Africa. Nearly half of the subjects lacked even this basic knowledge about this war. Of the 156 people we surveyed, only 11 could correctly identify Iraq's democratically elected leader. Here are some of the incorrect answers we received. Once we dispelled the myth that Iraq possessed weapons of mass destruction, our mission became that of shifting power from Saddam Hussein to a democratically elected president. Now that that goal is achieved, why is it that so few people know his name?
Our nation enters this conflict reluctantly, yet our purpose is sure. The people of the United States and our friends and allies will not live at the mercy of an outlaw regime that threatens the peace with weapons of mass.
Whether for or against war, most people agree that war should only be waged with a clear purpose. Our results showed that the purpose of this war is everything but clear.
Give up your books and put an end to your worries.
got too self-righteous after September 11th, and we decided that we had to flex our muscles.
Greed, corruption, oil,
Testosterone.
nothing just, is my opinion. It wasn't freedom, I'll tell you that.
The American Revolution had a distinct purpose. By the time we entered World War II, no one questioned our intervention. Afterwards, in the Vietnam War, people began to speak out in protest to the horrific images being captured on film. And now, in the 21st century, we are undecided as to why we are at war. There is no revolution. There is no Holocaust. There is no purpose that Americans can rally behind. Is it ignorance or apathy that blinds us to what is going on in a war that our tax dollars are funding, our loved ones are dying in, and our country is disagreeing over? What is war without purpose? Can there be purpose without war?